Hey, welcome to Farm Talk Friday. It's June 21st, 2024. I'm Ken Jordan. This is my beautiful wife, Giovanna. We are here at the Green Wave House in Costa Rica. We moved here about 8.5 years ago. We are practicing permaculture on our small little farm that's only for us and the animals, basically, and some friends.
Well, and when we get to a point where we can share more broadly, we will.
That's right.
That's right.
But you know, we're not like growing crops for sale.
No.
So
We're not. Was it Above and Beyond guy? No. Who's the guy?
It's the guy from
Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
Anyway, not ABBA.
Groove Armada.
Groove Armada, yeah.
Anyway, okay, listen. Today I'm wearing a Crystal Method shirt. It's really a cool shirt. It's like our original logo, but kind of blown out. Anyway, Scott gave me this while we were in Salt Lake City a couple of weeks ago. Thank you, Scott. And
And I got some stickers.
yes, that's right. Okay, so we like to talk about what we're doing on the farm, and you know, it's kind of a diary for our lives. I would like to talk about the lime in the coconut.
Okay, let's talk about the lime and the coconut. Loved that track.
Yeah, it was a song.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been drinking a lot of coconut water, and I noticed, and so I've been trying with lime also, and it tastes really good. But okay, so we have limes, fresh limes from our lime trees. We have several different kinds of lime trees and limes. And anyway, but then also when we have a surplus, we freeze it, and so I've been using some of the frozen lime juice as well.
So Ken will harvest a bunch and then he'll juice the limes.
Yeah.
And then we have excess juice.
Okay, so I just want to tell you, this is the most obvious thing in the world that I'm telling you, but fresh lime is so much better. I mean, I just thought there wouldn't be much difference between our frozen limes, frozen fresh, and actual fresh lime that I squeeze into the coconut water. But oh my God, it's such a huge difference. So, highly recommend growing your own limes and squeezing it into your coconut water.
All right.
Yes!
Should have that song playing in the background.
Yeah, lime and the coconut and drink it both together, something like that.
Something like that.
All right, I would also like to talk about bugs in bags.
Okay. Is this coming from Fruit Man?
Yeah, this is from Fruit Man, that's right. I would like to say that there's a lot of bugs here in Costa Rica.
Yes.
And they get after our fruit like right away. But I've learned,
Because we don't spray.
I'm learning that if you catch the fruit early enough and get a bag around it, the bugs and the birds, they don't go after the unripe new fruit. I guess they don't smell it or whatever, you know. So if you get it early enough and get the bag around it, then you can save them.
Yeah. Well, I think they, like humans, also don't want to eat unripe fruit.
Yeah.
And maybe they don't have a recipe for green mango salad.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
All right, honey, what's going on?
Okay, well, the advert this week was Crema.
Thanks for bringing up the topic I'm supposed to bring up.
No, it's okay.
Yes, we always talk about the advertisement that we post on Facebook for this week's coming episode. And this week we had one of our beautiful hens, and it was Crema.
Yeah, do you remember the photo?
It was through
their home. Yeah.
Through the chicken tractor. And there's something about her leg or something. What was it?
Yeah, okay. So Crema looks all crazy.
Yeah. I guess switch back then.
Yeah, switch it back. Can you? Or will it stop
No,
there?
no.
We're on like this weird opposite.
No, the tools button is gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Ken wanted you guys to read this. We're on like opposites, and it's
Yeah.
always so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so her little foot's out, her leg is out, and she has like gold boots.
Oh yeah.
They're so pretty. They just like it was reflecting in the sun, and she just had it out. Like she was so dainty and like showing it off and posing for me. And I looked at all the other chickens, and they don't have gold boots.
No.
And so one of our chickens, Senora Elegante, we were told that she had boots too, and she does, but she has different kind of boots. She has kind of like feather boots. And so our friend that gave us her, she's like, yeah, she has little boots, and it looks like she should carry a handbag. And so this was the first time that I saw that Crema too has boots.
Okay.
But hers are like the long kind, like how women, we like wear the ones that go up past our knees sometimes. Actually, I don't feel like a lot of people do that, but those ones, but they're gold scale,
Yeah.
gold chicken scale.
And
really pretty.
what kind of hens have the pantalones, the big pants? Hey, buddy,
The bell bottoms?
are you coming on?
I don't know what type they are.
You join us. Come on. Oh, not sure what happened there.
Yeah.
Well, you seemed willing a second ago. Just come on here. Come on. This is a disaster.
So
Here's
I think Scratch is like, what are you doing with me?
Hey, Scratch.
Yeah.
Look up here. No, he's not going to.
Hi.
All right. Well, thanks
Come
for
in to say hi.
thanks for making an appearance.
Anyway,
Okay, the
Hey.
pantalones. Which hens have the giant pants?
I don't
The
know.
big leg warmer pants.
I'm not sure, but
Okay.
there might be some chicken lovers on here that
Yeah.
either know, and you can put it in the comments, or you can look it up. Anyway, on to other things.
Yeah.
You can do a show and tell?
Well, you can talk about this one.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I wasn't planning to.
Yeah.
We just harvested this week. We actually have a whole bunch of these. This is noni fruit. And I would say that, I mean, maybe scientifically it is considered a fruit, but you don't just eat this like a fruit.
No,
this
you
is not
don't.
sugary and delicious.
No, it's not.
It's like stinky cheese,
Yes.
and it might make you throw up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
supposed to have medicinal value, right?
Yes, a
And
lot.
So it's one of those that tastes so bad it must be medicinal.
Yeah. So what I like to do with it is I get them. That one's not quite right. I mean, it's not mushy yet, but I could still use that, and I just infuse it into water, and it's not as potent that way, but it's much more palatable. So if you want to get medicine in, I think it's better to get some in than none, right? And then these
These we just got today. I don't know. They could be.
they look really cute. Apple bananas.
They could be
maybe?
apple bananas.
Yeah, unfortunately,
When-
we
when-
had a sign system going years ago, and then they, started to like rot, and then we never got back to it. And at this point,
Well,
I'm not sure we know what any of our bananas are.
No, that's
We can
not
tell
really.
what the platanos are and the
Well,
cuadrados,
no.
and we know where a few blue, like the blue javas, are obvious, and I know where a red carabiner are, and those are obvious when they grow.
Yeah, but what
But all
happens?
the ones that are yellow,
That's what happens. We know what they are when they're on the vine, but then they have to ripen off the vine, and sometimes by the time they ripen, we forget which ones they are. But there's only a couple of choices here, and then the red ones is only one choice, the blue ones only one.
Yeah.
So generally we know, but not positive.
the person that works for us, like he doesn't. We've never told him, but he, if he harvests, he's not like writing where he got it from. And
No.
at that point, we're just like, as long as it tastes good. So this week, Ken got frustrated with the cork hoarding that's been happening for several years, and was like, "Can you do something with this?" And I'm like, "Hey, I need you to give me a little bit of time. I mean, you can give me, I get it. Like, you know, we've had corks for years. So I used to donate them to the school, to Futuro Verde. Like, the art department was like really robust. And I could bring, you know, weird stuff over there, and they would use it for like these trash and fashion shows that I was talking them into doing, and they did at least 2 of those, and it was really cool. But a lot of the kids use like trash as for art projects, and so I used to drop them off, but I hadn't done that in a while, and so we had like a whole jar of them. But then, since it was kind of full, for some reason they just started collecting on the counter in smaller jars. And so I took Ken's warning seriously, and I figured out a use for them, because I'm like, oh man, I don't really want to go to the school right now. And I'm not really sure where their art department's at. Like, I haven't checked to see, you know, like we did go to an art show recently, and I saw that the kids are still using it, but you know, like, I don't know what the procedure is anymore. He's so cute, this one. So anyways, so corks and fairies. Like,
Yeah.
I have a fairy garden, and I was like, I could use those as like fairy pathways,
Okay.
you know?
For the fairies need a place to walk, yeah.
Yeah, right now it's kind of like fairy, like just border of the fairy garden in about half of it.
Uh-huh.
So now I need a whole bunch more corks.
Okay,
So we just need to like convince our friends to drink way more wine at movie night,
yeah.
and then we'll get the supply
I think
up again.
I think they'll
Or I
do
can
it.
just ask our friends who drink wine to save the corks for me. That might work even better.
Oh, okay. I don't
Yeah,
know if you
I
can
don't
hear,
wanna-
I don't know if you can hear him purring, but he's purring really loud.
Yeah, he's like one of the loudest purring cats. I think maybe the loudest that I've ever had in my life. Isn't that right,
Aw,
Scratch?
buddy.
It's our little boy.
What else is happening?
Little big boy. This week in animal news, just I happen to have this. Well, I had someone ask me once, because I have a comic book superhero character, and he's like, but he was wondering, like, he's like, but what's your superpower? I'm like, well, I don't know, but I see hummingbirds at rest. It's like, well, how's that a superpower? I'm like, well, I don't know, but I'm just saying that it's really weird, because they're so small.
I think it's a superpower. They're normally flying.
Yeah, well, they actually rest a lot. But people don't know that, because you only see them when they're flying. They're so small that when they rest, like they disappear. You can't see them. And for some reason, I'm not even trying. I always see them resting. And I had a couple like big experiences this week where, you know, it just seems like sometimes they rest for me. Like they know that I can see them when most people would see them as invisible, and so they just like they hang out extra long so we can like commune. I'm not sure what goes on there exactly. Maybe there's a transference of powers.
You never know.
We don't know. And then
Also, I want to say that we have had so many monkeys. We have howler monkeys that travel around the house at different times. We're just so many lately, and they're so much fun to watch.
yeah.
Just from jumping from branch to branch, and you know, the little tiny ones that are with the family. It's just really great.
Yeah, super great. So, our yin yang garden, I did a video this week actually from our roof, and Mo jumped on that. It was alive. It's on the Greenwave House page, just so you guys could see like what we're talking about. So I didn't go through our entire property, but you could see like the yin yang garden, and you know, it's just we want to take more pictures so that we can see. Oh, thank you, Jackson. It's so sweet. So that you guys can see, you know, what it looks like now and then what it might look like later, because it looks a lot different. I just came across a picture from even like 5 years ago, and it's really amazing just how much like the trees have grown in. And so yeah, yin yang garden, we had the beautification project going. And then I just trimmed our freehold Apollo on like one side. So it's always going to be an experiment. So I have it kind of growing a little bit more wild on like when we look out like our right side. And then on the left side, I wanted to trim it up a little bit. Ouch. Hold on, Scratch. I wanted to trim it up.
He's holding on.
Oh yeah. He's doing the classic kneading with his claws. But we wanted to trim it up so that when we look out, we can see like the animal highway that we sometimes see of like agoutis and iguanas, and maybe one day we'll see a snake cross.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I fixed that, and then tomorrow, so today, I'm calling solstice for today. I don't know how scientifically accurate that is, but some people were saying it was yesterday.
Full moon solstice.
Yeah, full moon solstice. So tonight is the full moon. It's, I think, 7 o'clock. I don't know if that's universal. 7 o'clock our time, it will be full. And so it's super special. But, you know, we like to plant when we can with the moons. And so, you know, after tonight, like the energy, well, to me, it's like full moons. It's kind of like vibrating for about 3 days. But still, like after a full moon, you can start to plant, and the energy will start to kind of like ground. And so it's a good time to plant since the energy is moving down and things will root down. Whereas like on a full moon, the energy is moving up, and so you get more growth.
Right.
So we got some more papayas that are going to go into our main garden to match the other side, and hopefully just give us some in the future. We once had a papaya farm, it seemed. We had like 20 papaya trees growing, and a lot of them got this shrunken head syndrome thing that they get, and they got eaten by ants, and then we just never...
We gotta try again. We love papaya so much, and we have to make a better effort.
We do, but you know what? Right now we have a couple neighbors, Brian and Phoebe, who have a show tomorrow night at Le Passion.
Yeah,
Flying Kites.
In Santa Teresa, go see Flying Kites at La Passion.
Yeah. So they have 2 papaya trees that are just going off. And so we, you know, and here's the cool thing about being in community, right? Is that, you know, they're sharing with us. They're like, oh, you guys like papaya? Yes. Here. Thanks. So if we get some papayas on our own, cool. Then we get to share with people too. So the last thing I just wanted to say is I noticed this week some of our weeds are really pretty. Like they have really pretty, delicate flowers, and really, you know, weeds. I don't know if it was like promoted by like weed companies to.
Yeah, I mean, daisies are weeds, right?
Yeah, but it, you know, like did the Roundup, they're like, hey, you know, you just don't want to pick that stuff by hand. And anyways, I just feel like it's a term where people dismiss things, and you just don't like see the beauty of it, you know. And sometimes they're not harmful. I mean, of course, everything might like fight for resources technically, but some things can grow together, and so there's, you know, different philosophies in you know, in different styles of farming and gardening, of like, hey, you might have things that want to grow with it, and you might not know that that it's actually helping the plants, and so maybe don't just take everything out that you didn't plant. So I don't know if these particular pretty weed plants are going to be beneficial or not to some of the new plantings, the decorative plantings that I put out, but they will create great ground cover, and that means that I can have something pretty instead of like mulch around like this area that I want to be beautiful. So we did some planting around like an outdoor bathtub, and that just sounds better than like mulchy leaves, you know? Yep. Pretty weed ground cover with delicate flowers.
Thank you, Angel.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, have a wonderful weekend.
Hope to see you next week on Farm Talk Friday. Bye-bye.